I can't believe what's taking place now on the surface of the sun, and I believe this could be because of the effects of Planet X. But tonight I'm coming live at 11:18 p.m. Eastern. Can't believe 11:18 p.m. Eastern, and I'm live because of the events that are taking place on the sun. Folks, it is very, very important to share this with you because apparently the sun has gone wild and radio blackouts have already started happening in different parts of the world. But really, we've not even got hit with that massive solar blast that is approaching us and is going to hit us on March 31st. Let me put a shout out right now for hang on one second here. I'm having such a hard time keeping up with it anymore. GetAngelRich.com. That's www.GetAngelRich.com. Check this out, guys. Roughly 627,000 startups open each year. Many of those startups need to be backed up by investors. That's a perfect opportunity to grow your own personal wealth while supporting new entrepreneurs. Now, television star and entrepreneur Damon John and his Angel Network has been made being an investor easy, actually. With his new program, you will gain exclusive access to 2 pre-qualified deals every month. You can invest in multiple companies with as little as $50 investment. It's up to you. Here's what you do. Go to www.GetAngelRich.com. That's www.GetAngelRich.com. There's a free video there. You can watch it and understand the concept. All right, now, guys, let me just say something real fast here, as this is an incredible information. Now, Suspicious Observer went live earlier today on these different solar flares. And real quick here, we'll just show you. He had a very good, powerful presentation on this about many solar flares. 2 impacts are coming, and more are expected. And you can see where he's using, where he was catching the essence of the explosion. This is huge information that Suspicious Observer, his YouTube channel, you can find it on YouTube. Now, also, we found out there was another presentation, and I think he might still be live. I believe he's still live, and that is Wages World. I think he's still currently live. I was over there watching, and he's doing a great job in explaining. Now, what he says is, on his YouTube channel, he says, radiation storm from the sun is underway. G2 storms, NOAA's forecast, as 2 big blasts from the sun are going to hit the earth. And so he's doing a very good job explaining what has happened on the sun. It is quite extraordinary, and it has to be. And I'm not an expert, but it just has to be that we're dealing with the effects of Planet X. Very, very possible. Let me share with you some more information here that we've just gathered. According to reports now coming out of the UK, the solar tsunami has sparked radio blackouts before the storm makes direct Earth hit, and radiation fears and higher radiation levels. An explosion from a sunspot has blasted a solar flare toward the Earth. Now, I talked about this earlier today, but now a second explosion has happened, sparking radio blackouts and sending fears of massive radiation soaring for high-risk airline passengers. Ahead of predicted storm, the solar storm will hit the Earth on March 31st is when it is expected. This solar storm has been brewing and is set for contact with the Earth's magnetic sphere on March 31st. The space weather phenomenon is a disturbance in the particles thrown out by the electromagnetic eruptions of the sun. It will come as sunspot AR 2975 erupted today, triggering what is known as a solar flare. Now we know there was an M4 class, but then there was an M1 class, and also some other explosions. These sunspots are from areas where magnetic fields are particularly strong and appear as a dark patch on the surface of the sun. A solar flare is a sudden explosion of energy caused by tangling or crossing of magnetic field lines near the sunspots. You're looking at some of them now that have been it's extraordinary. This, according to spaceweather.com, the blast triggered a solar tsunami that came charging through the sun's atmosphere, which I shared with you guys a few hours ago. Now, this M1 class flare sparked radio blackouts, according to the space weather physicist. And so we're watching this massive eruptions taking place here on the sun. Also, this comes ahead of a solar storm which has been building before impact. Today's M4 solar flare caused an R1 radio blackout and now a S1 radiation storm. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, known as NOAA, explains that the solar radiation storms occur when a large-scale magnetic eruption, often causing a coronal mass ejection, and associated solar flare accelerates charged particles into the solar atmosphere to very high velocities. And NOAA's space weather scale ranks them from S1 to S5, but this was an M4, okay, an M4. Now, taking a look at this from another perspective here is what we're dealing with is massive solar flare CME pressure. Look out. Anytime, really, I think, between now and the 31st of March, we may be going to see a 7, maybe 7.5, could be even as high as an 8.0 magnitude earthquake somewhere on our planet. And it just depends which plate is ready to go and where directly the power hits or the pressure hits. This could be massive. And not only is there the problem of a major earthquake and tsunami, and this is a solar tsunami, but I'm talking about a tsunami of water. Not only could we see a major earthquake, a megaquake, but we also are looking at violent UV rays, solar rays, if you will, cosmic rays, I should say, and high levels of radiation. Very high levels of radiation. And so this is, no doubt about it, something's happening. Something's happening on the sun, and this might be why I can tell you it is one of the reasons that we brought forward this webinar right here. And the DVDs just arrived, and I think people need to go to my website right now. Go to paulbegleyprophecy.com. Go to paulbegleyprophecy.com and get the effects of Planet X Summit that we held with Marshall Masters and Gil Brazard and Stephen Ben Danoon and Mike from around the world and myself, as well as and Heidi, in a complete analysis situation of what happened there. Just go to our website and order. Let me just take you here to the front page. Again, if you go to www.paulbegleyprophecy.com, this is the home page. You'll see the home page pop up. And then what you do is just go to the top, scroll over here, over where it says store, right here. It says store. Click on the store. A bunch of categories come down. Choose the first one, DVDs. Click on it. And there is a list of all the DVDs available. And right there it is, Effects of Planet X. Click right on it, right there, and boom. Order it right now. It's only $45 for this one, and this was a great, and I tell you, we talk about, Mike around the world keeps telling us that the sun is going to do absolutely insane things, because as this binary system continues to make its way around the backside of the sun, it's creating a volatility, it's creating a velocity, it's creating a cosmic disturbance of biblical proportion. and it's making the sun do things it's not supposed to do. Earlier today, I've been covering this today, but now even the experts are beginning to get nervous, and rightfully so, because the radio blackouts, the pressure coming from the CMEs, and the radiation levels that are going to spike off the charts. Now, Mike from the World is going to be with us on Thursday night. And I think Thursday night is March 31st, if I'm not mistaken. Today's the 28th, 29th, 30th. Yeah. So Thursday night, Mike from the World will be our guest. It is March 31st. And we may be discussing, by the time Mike comes on, some serious ramifications from this powerful CMEs. It's incredible. The information on this webinar is very, very pertinent, it's amazing actually that we held this conference discussing this subject, and then without even a clue that the sun was going to start reacting this violently, this quickly. But apparently that's exactly what's happened. If you go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com, get the Effects of Planet X DVD, and let us ship that thing out. If you order it tonight, we can ship this thing tomorrow for you. And the reason I'm going to ask you to do it is because the information in here about the sun and the effects of Planet X on the sun, which ultimately affects the earth, it was predicted by these guys, and it's incredible info. And they break it down for you with charts and graphs, and they'll show you the actual trajectory of Planet X as it's coming around the backside of the sun. And it matches Bible prophecy. That's the thing about it. The Bible tells us that the sun is going to start scorching men, and they will gnaw their tongues for pain, and they will blaspheme God. But they still won't repent, no matter what's going on up there. And Jesus said it was going to happen. And you know what? Jesus said there'll be signs in the sun, the moon, the stars, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea, the waves, roaring. And men's hearts have failed them for fear, for looking after those things that come up on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Again, I want to tell you right now, he may still be live. You can definitely go check out Suspicious Observer. He's already went live with a very good presentation. And it's possible that Wages World might still be live. Let me just see. I don't know if he is or not, or he may have already went off the air. Let me just check. No, he's still going, guys. He's still going over there.
Blue paint there, Sage Fuck.
Oh, he's still going over there.
Just remember, guys, okay, I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this.
So he's being very serious over there. Again, he's talking about radiation storms from the sun is underway. G2 storms, NOAA forecast as 2 big blasts from the sun hit the earth. And so go to Wages World. He does a really good job, actually, watching the sun and staying on top of things. There's about 250 people over there right now watching him live. And so I would recommend you go over there and just listen to him a little bit, find out what all is going on. But certainly, we're telling you now. I'll say that to all 750 of you that are with me right now, spontaneously. I know I've done a lot of videos today already, and I was definitely going to bed, but this was too important. For the 3rd time in one day, I'm reporting on effects that are on the sun, which totally look like the effects of Planet X. So go to our website, find out all about that. I think that you'll be glad you did, because it's going to help you to understand exactly what's going on right now. And it seems like the wars, the rumors of wars, the nations rising against nation, the kingdom against kingdoms. I mean, it looks like these things are taking place right now, right before our very eyes. And it's not going to let up any. That's the thing about it. It's not going to let up. The signs of the end times are going to increase the further down this road we go. Matter of fact, I just looked over here at the website, and the specials that we were running all last week haven't been changed yet. So I would take advantage of that. They just haven't updated the website, so that means the prices are still there, reduced prices. Go get Planet X. That's only $45. But look at this. We've reduced the prices on aliens, AI, and the Antichrist. Also, only $50 for that whole webinar. Armies of the Antichrist, guys. I mean, that's normally priced at $85 because it's got 10 and a half hours worth of information from some of the best speakers we've ever assembled. We've reduced that price. It was only supposed to be for a week for $50, but it looks like they haven't updated. So take advantage of it. It's still there, so take advantage of it. And but certainly, if you want to know what's going on right now, you gotta look at this Planet X situation. You really do. The effects of Planet X. And I tomorrow I'll be back on here. I'll be doing more updates, keeping you up to speed with everything that's going on. We're certainly living in these last days. When you look at all the things that are happening, the Russia war with Ukraine, the high-level meetings by NATO, the earthquakes in different places. And I'm just going to check the earthquake map because I'm just nervous right now. If I could just look here just to be sure nothing has happened yet. But this huge double whammy CMEs are going to hit on March 31st. And so it could be a mega quake. But even if it doesn't do an earthquake, even if it doesn't, the big thing is that radiation levels are definitely going to spike. Radiation levels are definitely going to spike because of this massive, powerful, Earth-facing solar flare. Incredible information here that we're getting. And this strong M4 class solar flare looked like it was just the beginning. And since the M4 event, there's been additional solar flares of C3, C9, and M1 class explosions. And these things are expected to hit the Earth on the 31st of March. So in 3 days. So it's a slow-moving CMEs. And the initial burst has already knocked out radio shortwave and radio blackouts over Africa. But the pressure, the real pressure of this thing is due to hit us on the 31st of March. And that could be significant. Who knows exactly what we'll do. The Bible told us that there would be these signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and all of this distress and these famines and the here we're seeing war and disease, and we see the beast kingdom, the new world order, the beast kingdom trying to rise up in these last days. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to let you guys go. God bless all of you. Like I said, go check out Suspicious Observer or go check out Wages World. I think he is still going. He was just a moment or two ago. He may still be going right now. And there's some great information that he is sharing with you right now. He's probably still live. And yeah, he's still live. So if you want to, go over there and find out some more information about what's happening. God bless all of you. And I'll be back with you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll still be here. If not, I'll see you in the air in the rapture, if you're saved.